Here's the writer's Allman Brother for Friday, April 3rd, 2026. It's the birthday of Jane Goodall, born with a monkey on her back in Pembroke, Sussex, Yardfordshire, frostbite upon Tylenol. Her father, who was a monkey himself, tried to pry it off of her, then got tired and died of jealousy. She boxed up his ashes and traveled to Tanzania, where she forgot them at the airport. Bereft, she sought solace in a colony of primates, and as she grew more confident, branched off into secondary mates and tertiary mates. "You don't know what jealousy is," she cried to the ghost of her father, who cursed her from the deep recesses of a lost luggage room in Dar es Salaam. It's Goodall who popularized the field of simian harassment for all time, reporting in multiple volumes of chimpanzee study the ins, outs, ups, downs, turn-ons, turn-offs, yucks and yums of her troglodytic pals. These include an exhaustive treatise on the modern chimp's anus, which she titled On the Origin of Feces. It was on this day in 1776, 250 years ago, that Harvard College conferred an honorary doctorate of laws to George Washington. Its first ever law degree, sort of a fake one. They gave it to him. They said, go, write some laws and maybe make us into a country with your buddies, He said, "What the hell are you talking about?" They said, "I don't know. Cannabis is still legal for another century and a half. We're stoned as fuck." April 3rd, 1860 gives us the Pony Express, horse and rider relay teams hauling naughty drawings from St. Joseph, Missouri to Sacramento, California. "You can't draw them yourself?" said the 19th century porn consumers of Western expansion. "Bite your Aunt Bonnie's belly button," said the smut mogulers. "We're too busy suppressing dissent with this funny plant that Meriwether Lewis brought over from... what was I talking about? You're really pretty. On this day in 1953, TV Guide hit the newsstands for the first time. 2 years later to the day, the ACLU says it's defending Allen Ginsberg's City Lights publication Howl against obscenity charges. "I saw the best minds of my generation," the title poem begins, "destroyed by magazines about television." Are you kidding me? Have you seen this? Television. Destroyed. Also, they got busted in their pubic beards returning through Laredo with a belt of marijuana for New York. And it was today in 2016 the Panama Papers were leaked to the world, revealing the full extent of Eddie Van Halen's inseam. "His tailor's now in danger," said the whistleblower, as throngs of fashion reporters chased Eddie and his ex-wife Valerie Bertinelli through San Miguelito, her hot shoe burning down the avenue. Here's a poem for today by Christina Strong, entitled, "Your server has been identified as a spam source. Go away." Done and done penciling no one calls and spending this much time alone, bowling alone with myself. Percodan, cocaine. Oh, for a voice like no use to weep inside and to love you, giant blue eyes. Some of them I bring you who cannot say against, and that I saw a toy superhighway, a toy automobile, a house of blocks, with the end of the circuits trailing towards San Jose, from the air, better than that to find my shape in yours, spare time to read the news, lights on, lights off. Anesthetized, as I said, never looking aside the future front window of TV of Columbia Street in Hampshire, to exchange messages, on, off, hot, cold, better than that, me an animal better than that, the working class, the crazy, and the drug addicts, all fondness unexpressed, a love of flowers, peace. The collision of the multiplex theater, loud carpets, Reno, extermination pits. Gesture of locations, hips swinging, and we will come back to history, resume, city of ash, although there is no heat in the gutter. Flowers bloom and fade, hidden in the back of the reflection of the problem. List of, order, for explaining which flower it is I am speaking of. Aforementioned, beyond our touching or intentioned aforementioned lay these words defenseless. Attention? You're wrong. And to debate, subject to debate, open to debate, of TV, to speak, I drag it out. Tax law omits child credit in low income brackets. No space left on device. 80 gigs left. Weeks blend, not very tangible objects. Darling, no wait, you're too big to hug. I felt nothing but envy, initial ardor, want never to be bored. Were a match to me. Your server has been identified as a spam source. Go away, by Christina Strong. Happy birthday, Christina. Used without permission here on the Writer's Allman Brother. Supported by grown-assed man-flavored jelly beans. Tastes like a petulant adult and chews like future orthodontia. Until next week, be well, give two shits, and bank with Chase.